Good evening. It's currently 9 p.m., and you're listening to the 9 o'clock Meltdown, showcasing favorite and up-and-coming local artists with a relaxed, coffee house vibe. Plus, interviews, live studio performances, and more. It's all here on 91.3 KUWS Superior. Now, here's your host for the evening, Simply C.
Hi, everybody. I'm your host, Simply C, and I'm on the phone with Travis Hopkins of Buckshot Design. Now, Travis, you're kind of in the multimedia arts a little bit.
Yeah, I work in broadcast, commercial production, and music videos.
All right, music videos. So how's that business treating you? Is it kind of hard to get into? Was it kind of easy?
It started out as I did a side project just to kind of keep my skills heightened, and I was working on a video for an artist, Buck65, who is on the same record label and management as Tegan and Sara. So when I was finished doing that video, I had a call probably 2 months later from the management, and they asked me if I would be interested in working with Tegan and Sara on their latest album.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where everything started.
All right. Well, that sounds really cool. So were you kind of approached by this artist to make his video, or was it kind of like a whim?
It was a whim. I was looking for a song that I could animate lyrics to that had a good flow, and Buck65 is a rapper, so he had one song that the lyrics just came really naturally and quick, and it was really easy to animate to. So it just so happened that I had no idea that he was on the same label as Tegan and Sara, and when people started seeing it, I just posted it on my personal website, and then it kind of just went crazy from there. With I was inundated with phone calls from all over.
Mm-hmm. All right, so technology is definitely on your side then.
Oh yeah, for sure. The computer and the internet it makes everything a global village.
It does. Now, technology such as like Pro Tools, YouTube, iTunes, whatever it is muddying the waters, or is it helping the waters? And I've gotten different responses kind of from all over the place that, it's helping young artists, promote their stuff and get out there, but it's also not necessarily muddying the waters, but there's a lot more stuff to sift through. But it sounds like
That's
it's
true.
working out in
Yeah.
your favor.
Yeah, I just look at it as, whether I'm working in like classical media, just like paints or drawing, just working on the computer is just another tool in my distillery at my disposal to, I just look at the computer as like another tool I can use to create stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So when it actually comes to getting the stuff out there, unless someone's specifically looking for your work, it's kind of tough. But there's websites out there that help. Vimeo, for one, they have those staff picks, which is great. I use it all the time for references just to see, and they really get to the cream of the crop.
All right, sounds good. Now, I've had people tell me that Vimeo is different from YouTube. YouTube is kind of anybody can post whatever they feel like, cats, babies, sneakers, you name it, it's probably up there. And then Vimeo is more for the artist, getting their work out there and kind of more almost like a collaboration of art.
Yeah, Vimeo, you can post your cat videos and your babies on Vimeo, but it's a little bit more for, you can create groups, and the artists have kind of just gone towards Vimeo. You don't have to put up with the ads and the banners and all that stuff. And it's kind of a good way to showcase your demo reel or little projects you're working on. And it's kind of become a little artist hub on the internet, as opposed to YouTube, where it's like cell phone footage is just uploaded instantly. They both have their place on the internet, but definitely Vimeo is more showcasing the arts.
All right. Well, I went with YouTube. I don't know if I regret that or not.
You can always go. They're free. So.
Oh man, but see, then you'd have like way too many. I'd have way too many passwords and just too much stuff to think about.
Your excuses just holding you back.
Oh, all right. Sounds good. Now, did you kind of go to college for art specifically? I mean, was it kind of painting, drawing, graphics?
Yeah, I started in school, I went for animation, and the course was 4 years, and, I was in my early 20s, and 4 years seemed like a long time. So I only lasted a year, and then I kind of went off and did my own thing and returned to school and took multimedia design, which was flash animation and website design.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's kind of with the two, when I actually got out into the industry, I've kind of utilized both skill sets to kind of get to where I am now, where I'm building corporate videos, broadcast design, animation, and it's a whole new kind of work that's out there that's happened because of computers making animation easier and a quicker turnaround. So as I've kind of grown with my skill set, it's kind of adapted to what's going on in the media today.
Mm-hmm. Let me reorganize my thoughts here really, really quick. I just took my first sip of coffee of the day. The first video that I ever saw of yours, actually, it was a Tegan and Sara music video, actually. And I believe it was their song All Messed Up. And it was absolutely elegant and beautifully done. It was colored water droplets just kind of falling over a page. And, it had their lyrics kind of scrolly written behind it. Do you want to tell me a little bit about that experience? Like how that all came about? And, did you actually work with the girls? Did you work with, their producer to make this lyric video? And also, I've noticed that there are a lot more lyric videos out there. Is this a new trend?
Yeah, lyric videos kind of started up probably 2 or 3 years ago, where it was a new way. Someone in the music industry found that if they put out lyric videos, they get shared more in between fans of the band, and it was a good way for them to learn the lyrics, so when they're at shows or get the songs kind of embedded in their head. So they started out kind of like glorified karaoke, where it would just be text appearing on a black background, and then they've slowly kind of became a little bit more than that. So I was contacted by Tegan and Sara to do their first single, Closer, and I was kind of given full creative control, and I wrote a treatment, sent it to them, and then I worked with Tegan kind of tweaking it and getting it to a spot that they were happy with. And it was just references from what the album art was going to look like and kind of the whole vibe of the album and the song.
Okay.
So after Closer was finished, they approached me with the next single, which was All Messed Up. And I kind of came back to them with the idea of let's leave the computer and do something fully digital or fully organic. So what I ended up doing was shooting with macro lenses and getting these drips of ink and having text written in calligraphy, which down the road there was revisions that came in that kind of we lost the calligraphy part and went digital, but I tried to keep it as organic as possible. So it's kind of tough to tell which is handwritten and which is not. But the girls, I work mostly with whichever one wrote the song.
Okay.
So Tegan's had a lot of input on 2 of the videos, and then Sara wrote All Messed Up, and her basic input was just like make it elegant and beautiful, and that was my direction. Vague, but also very straightforward.
Exactly. Yeah, I know down here, we have a lot of listeners that are big TNS fans. Was that kind of a big thing for you to work with somebody who is kind of internationally known? I know that you are actually not from Duluth, Minnesota. You are actually from Canada.
Yes, I'm from Toronto. So we've known about Tegan and Sara because they're also Canadians. They're from Calgary. So I've known about them since they were like a little folk duo back in the day. So to have them actually approach me, it was a big deal. And it was just great to have someone actually going and seeking me out as opposed to, me applying for a job. This was like the artist coming directly to me and saying, hey, we want you to work with us. And it's a pretty cool feeling.
Yeah, sounds like it. And now you actually just finished up another music video for them. I actually just watched it the other day. I believe it was I Was a Fool. But this
Yes.
one is almost kind of more live action. It's still kind of a lyric video, but it's you. I'm assuming it's you being the cameraman. You're following this lady around town, and then Tegan and Sara are just kind of up on billboards or little street signs, kind of singing the song. And I thought that was kind of a really unique approach to kind of take a lyric video, but also kind of spin it into a traditional music video.
Yeah, it was. It'll be funny to say, but it was actually Justin Timberlake who really helps with that whole movement, because he just released his new album, and his lyric video actually featured him on his way to a gig. So it was him driving, it was him warming up, getting his hair done, and record companies saw that and thought, hey, if we can put the artist in these lyric videos, and why not just do it? So I had the option. Tegan and Sara were doing a northern tour, so they were up in New York, and they just managed to dip up to Toronto on their way to, I think they were heading out to Fargo or somewhere. So they stopped in here for a day, and I had them in studio. So I actually got to meet them in person, talk about the direction of the video, and it was actually Tegan's idea to have the whole narrative story. So we hired an actress and shot her over a couple of nights in the city, just walking around, and the whole we were kind of going for the opening of a movie title, along the lines of like To Live and Die in LA or Drive. And it kind of ends where there's more to the story,
right?
And that's kind of how we wanted to leave it. So yeah, it was good. It was a fun experience.
All right, sounds wonderful. What do you have kind of up next on your repertoire? I know, I believe you said that you've got some more artists on the way, and of course you're working a full-time job, I would imagine, too.
Yeah, I have, like right now with Buckshot, I have a bunch of projects coming up, a lot of corporate video stuff, but the more fun stuff, I just finished a lyric video for Alice in Chains, which is completely different from the style I was doing with Tegan and Sara. But it was great to kind of, listen to a totally different style band and come up with a concept and idea for them. So that just came out, and it was pretty funny to see the Tegan and Sara lyric video come out, and then following Alice in Chains the next day, and just seeing the two different pieces side by side. But what I have an actual music video I'm going to be working on with some artists in New York, and it's a hip hop video. So I might actually travel down there. All right. And actually, become international, get down into the States, and really let myself shine.
There you go. You're already international. I'm interviewing you.
That's true.
It's all good. You've hit Superior, Wisconsin here, and Duluth, Minnesota. So, you can cross those off the list as well.
That is definitely on my list.
All right. Sounds good. Well, I definitely hope you, in your travels, possibly come this way. I know in Duluth and Superior, it's a town full of artists, and is it kind of more difficult to break into that? Like, you walk up to an artist.
Well, it's actually, I find that it's getting easier, and just because the tools are at your disposal. Like, to shoot a video back in the day, when you actually had to shoot on film, you would need a crew and lots of money for all the equipment. And now, people are shooting things on small little SLR cameras and editing on their home computers. So it's more, what I found is, like with the original lyric video I did for Buck 65, it was, I just went out and did it. And it was kind of like Field of Dreams, that whole, if you build it, they will come kind of mentality. So, I just did full creative, whatever I wanted to do, and used the song under, like, knowing that if I did post it on the internet, the record company could come to me and say, hey, you can't use that song, get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of worked out in my favor where they were like, hey, we love this. We have stuff lined up for you. So I suggest if you're into a band, you like a song, go out with your camera, shoot a video on your own, edit it, throw it together, and put it up on the internet. And, the worst that can happen, you get a cease and desist letter, or the best thing that can happen, you could be doing videos for the band. So,
all right.
And like I said, it's a global. The internet is all over the place. So,
right.
They will find you, and it takes nothing to work from your own hometown and work with people in LA and New York.
Well, there you go. Now, how can people get a hold of you if they're interested in, just chatting with you, or even getting you to make a lyric video or a music video for them, or even corporate for that matter?
Sure. You can check out my website, which is buckshotdesign.com, and I have all my contact information there, and I have my demo reel and a bunch of other video stuff that people can check out. And there's also links to my Vimeo page, so you can go there and check out some stuff as well.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Travis, for calling in and letting me talk your ear off.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Sounds good. And good luck with those new videos coming out. Now I'll have to check out Alice in Chains.
Yeah, go for it. You'll like it.
All right. I bet I will.
Lot.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.